It's James Vanderveen from EL News. As we all know, we have been at war with Norway for some time now. We have Dakota on site at the Plains of Scotland, reporting on the events that have happened here this week.
Hello, I'm Dakota Stratford, and I'm here with another shocking story. As many of you know, Scotland and Norway haven't been the most cooperative with each other lately. The tension between Scotland and Norway has finally been too much, and a war has broken out between the two nations. The rebellious Thane of Cawdor is the leader of this army. He betrayed our nation and turned against us. Thankfully, we had the brave heroes Macbeth and Banquo on our side who fought valiantly. After many long hours of combat, Macbeth finally found where the Thane of Cawdor was hiding out and killed him, ending the war. Here with us today to answer a few questions is Macbeth. Welcome to the show, Macbeth.
Pleasure to be here.
How does it feel to be the hero who ended the war?
It feels great to have done such a good deed for my nation. I don't really consider myself a hero, though, more of a soldier doing my duty.
Well, that's an interesting way to look at it. When everyone thinks you're the hero who ended it. Rumor has it that you're the new Thane of Cawdor. How does that make you feel?
Well, Dakota, it's a really big shock to me. At the same time, it's a great honor to be asked to be Thane for my country. I feel like I can contribute a lot more for the good of the people of Scotland now.
Well, it's going to be such a great time having such a noble man as the Thane of Cawdor. That's it for today's breaking news. Back to you, James.
Report on the war and the events that have happened this week. May the many brave men that died in this war rest in peace. But we come to a break for our sponsors.
I'm so sad. None of the wizards would even look at me. I'm so disgusting and nasty looking, and only the bugs are attracted to me. I wish I had something to make me beautiful.
Do you suffer from severe ugliness, smell like rotting corpses, and are a witch? Well, do I have the thing for you? Witch Away is the new anti-ugly spray. Washes turns the most hideous of witches into wizard magnets.
I'm beautiful now.
Buy your own Witch Away for only $9.99 in all the local apothecaries.
We have the weather coming up with Panduca. So Pan, are we going to have a nice night to go along with our king and our country's victories today?
Well, James, today's weather is looking good. A nice warm front is moving through Scotland. There's going to be some nice weather for the celebration tonight, that's for sure. But don't get partying just yet. A storm front is starting to move through the lands of Glamis and heading south. So start bringing in your livestock early before it's too late. Just in, warning, those living in the wasteland area, stay inside your houses or shelters. A major storm front is moving through the area at high speeds. Stay indoors. The entire week is starting to look gloomy with cloudy skies. Back to you, James.
Thanks for that update, Pan. I sure hope that this weather will stick around. Now we have Mike reporting on our local news and the new Thane of Cawdor and the sighting of witches. Over to you, Mike.
Thanks, James. Behind me is the lofty walls of Castle Cawdor. The citizens here would normally be overjoyed in celebrating the victory over Norway. But with the death of the traitorous Thane of Cawdor, the city sits uncertain of what the future holds for them. Rumors have spread quickly of who is to replace the disgraced betrayer Thane. Tonight, we at Ye Olde News have heard for certain that from the king himself that his victorious cousin Macbeth is going to be taking over as the new Thane of Cawdor. Macbeth is a hero and a man whose honor knows no bounds. King Duncan trusts him explicitly, and the people of Cawdor will be happy to have such an honest, loyal, and kind Thane. Let's ask a citizen of Cawdor how they feel about their new Thane. Hello, how do you feel about the new Thane of Cawdor?
Oh, am I on the Ye Olde News? No way, I love your show. Well, Macbeth seems like such a nice man. I'm glad to have a man so loyal to Crown to ensure there is no doubt in Cawdor.
Well, there you have it, folks. The people of Cawdor are happy for Macbeth's coming. Now, in other news, 3 witches have been sighted near the moor, so keep your children indoors and gather your pitchforks. Who knows what such vile people could be up to? The Village Watch has asked people to keep an eye out for the unholy hags. I'm Mike Duchesne, and this has been your local news for today. Back to James in the newsroom.
So...
get those foreign swords, buy the Scottish claymore. Better, bigger, stronger.
Only 333 copper.
Order yours now.
Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. And that new thing must be honored by his new title. But to change things up, we have Justin reporting on scene from the Highland Games with an interview. So over to you, Justin.
Thanks, James. I'm Justin Chrysler, and I'm reporting from Dustin Hill, where the Scottish Highland Games have just come to a closing. I'm here with Hamish McGregor, who set a world record for the stone put and cable toss just recently today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. You?
I'm good, thank you very much. How do you feel about breaking 2 records in one day at these events?
Wonderful. I broke the record by a long shot, so now I'm number 1 in these 2 events.
Wow! Can you describe how these events are played?
Well, the stone put is where you throw a large rock that varies in weight across the field. The stone that lands the farthest wins. The caber toss is when someone takes a log and throws it as far as they can. The log that lands the farthest wins.
Interesting. How far did you beat the record by?
By a long shot.
By how much?
About 10 meters.
Wow. What did you think of the other competitors' results?
They were hardly a challenge.
Well, you're a confident person. What do you think of the Highland Games as a whole?
It was a great, best one ever.
Well, that's good. It was a pleasure talking to you, Hamish McGregor. Now, back to you, James.
Wow, sounds difficult. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that. He will most likely be enjoying himself tonight with his victory. So this day ends with victories all around and celebrations to follow. So countrymen, we end this news report and head to the celebrations of the King. Good night, and see you tomorrow at 5. Countrymen, this is James Vanderveen from Ye Olde News. As we all have... oh my god! This is James Vanderveen from Ye Olde News. As we all know, we have...
Oh my goodness.
Oh, am I talking?
I don't know.
It's a pleasure to be here.
How does it feel to be the hero who ended the war?
Feels great to have done just a...
So far.
It's a pleasure to be here.
How does it feel to be the hero who ended the war?
I don't remember.
Look at the
I
shield.
didn't see it.
Do I press 5?
Report on the war. And we have the weather coming up with Panduka. So Pan, are we going to have a nice night to go along with our king and our country's victory? Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. The new thing must be honored by... Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. And the new thing must be honored by his... Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. And the new thing must be honored by his... Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. And that new thing must be honored by his... Well, I sure hope we don't see much more of those witches around here. And the new thing must be honored by his new title. But to change things up...